Hey everyone, we are back playing some more Dragon Ball Fighters. He's not playing with me, but he's here. Say hello to Jonathan.
Hello, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Duh. I wanna do a live stream Tuesday with that.
Nah, I was joking. People,
I don't know.
some people do care actually, believe it or not.
Carl does.
No, he more cares about like your Star Wars content.
I understand he cares about any like streams. I'm not being rude. But I also wanna play other stuff than just Star Wars
Do
if you
do
get what I
do
mean.
do do. Yeah, but we are live once again.
Am I
Do it.
that good at the Star Wars content? I gotta do a Jedi Fallen Order playthrough too.
Do what?
So I gotta do a Jedi Fallen Order playthrough also. I don't know if I'm gonna do
I'm
this
doing that. That's my thing.
I said eventually.
Well, once I get finished with it.
I don't want to do it at the same time you're doing it. And plus, there's all those other types of games I can do too. I don't know if I'm gonna finish the Assassin's Creed 3. I might just do the Odyssey gameplay.
Yeah.
Because, it has more stuff to it. But I'm gonna start a new save. And then when I'm not doing the streaming for Odyssey, I'm just gonna play on my normal one.
I'm buying stuff in Dragon Ball Fighters.
One more download. Fields of Alcyon. Okay. I downloaded the DLCs back. One person told me to do Origins, but I played Origins so much when it was out and all that stuff, to the point it wasn't funny no more.
Yeah, I can see your point.
Because I did everything in the game.
Yeah.
And it's been so long, I'd be going in blind to what half the stuff I'm doing now. And plus I'd have to buy another copy of it. So you're gonna join the raid Thursday? We ain't doing Ewok hunt.
God, I hope not.
I ain't doing Ewok hunt. I'm gonna do like some supremacy and stuff like that. And depending on who all shows up, it might just be co-op. You know.
Yeah.
If it ain't, like, if it's just 4 people, including me and that 4 people, I'm just gonna do co-op. If it's more than 4 people, I'm gonna do supremacy or something like that.
I'm waiting on somebody to fight me.
Mhm.
I hear thunder. Thunder. Feel the thunder.
My dad got back from fishing.
Some fishing.
Mhm.
Oh no.
They went out there at the little creek.
They're fishing and it's raining.
No, it wasn't raining yet. It's starting to get. It's getting there now.
It's thundering at my house.
Cause when dad told me it was supposed to rain today, I thought it was gonna be all the entire day. Or start later in the day. He said it ain't raining yet.
Comment. Oh. It ain't my birthday, Trevor. What do people search when they see your name? Oh.
So what did you have for dinner tonight?
I had a pork roast.
I'm having beans and cornbread.
Caleb is not a cheater, cares deeply, loves unconditionally, is actually a saint. Okay.
I'm not a saint.
I know you're not. How old am I based on my photo? I look 19, apparently.
Someone says I look like I'm 16 and Jacob looks like he's 20 something. I looked at him and said, okay, look at you, motherfucker.
Okay, look here.
That ain't right, man. Feeling unwell.
Hey, Ruby. Come on, people, fight me. Fight me
Ruby,
in
I'm
Dragon
sorry
Ball
for about the
FighterZ.
Sonic stuff. Please don't kill me. I will play a Sonic game eventually. I just don't know when.
Don't worry, I'll go to his house and make him play make him play a Sonic game.
I got a Sonic game that PlayStation was doing for free.
Oh, Mania or Forces?
Yeah. I don't remember which one.
Both of them
was
were
free.
free at one point.
I got one of them because it was free. I'll probably download that back and play it. Download it and play
Both
it.
of them were free at one point.
I know.
Ruby just went grrr, grrr.
Ruby, everyone's different. They don't like the same thing. Not all of them. Unless you want to hear what I told Caleb because he never played an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, he told me I have no life and I need to go die.
I didn't say you need to go die. I was joking with you though half the time. If you don't play Assassin's Creed, that's you. I mean, everyone got their own type of preference. No, wait, I take that back. I did play a Sonic game when I was in the hospital when they brought that Nintendo Wii U.
You didn't play Rise of Lyric, did you?
No, it was one of them. It was just something on there to play, man. You know, when you get shit stuck in your arm and all that stuff, you know, you gotta.
They brought stuff for you to play.
No, in the pediatric thing, where little kids, they got that Nintendo Wii U system, you know, kid-friendly games. And one of the nurses, that's normally a charge nurse, came in and asked me because I was the youngest one on the floor where I was at critical unit, and they're like, "Do you like playing video games?" Yeah.
Yeah.
So they said, "Well, bring that to you." I was like, "Oh yeah, I was like, "I can probably do something." Then just sit here and twiddle my thumbs.
Well, I imagine you had a TV in your room, didn't you?
Yeah, but I mean, it's hospital TV, man. There's nothing good on hospital TV.
I know when I was in the hospital for my surgery that I had a couple years ago, I sit there and we watched NCIS on TV.
That's the thing. They never really came out with a lot of stuff. Like I would go between TNT and if it was real early in the morning before SpongeBob. I like SpongeBob,
Before
right?
SpongeBob.
Yeah, before, you know, on Nickelodeon how they show some of those adult TV shows at night.
Yeah, like Full
you know,
House and stuff.
Yeah, like how Cartoon Network does Adult Swim for adult cartoons, but you know Nickelodeon does adult reality TV shows.
Yeah, like Friends and.
So if I would wake up early, I'd sit there and watch George Lopez for like 2 hours.
Lopez.
I would sit there and watch George Lopez for 2 hours. And then once finally SpongeBob came on, I would watch SpongeBob, and then go back to sleep for like another hour. But what got on my nerves is when they first woke me up from being, you know, from being a medical induced coma. They're like, are you gonna say something?
Am I gonna?
No. They're like, are you that night? They're like, are you gonna sleep? I'm doing my med. I just sat here and was asleep for almost 2 weeks.
How long were you in a coma for?
from February the 1st goes to 16th, something like that. I don't remember that date.
Why? Did they put you under one?
No, they put me under because they had to put the breathing tube down my throat.
Oh yeah. I know when I was in the when I had my surgery and everything, I was in there for I think it was a week, and then after that,
Ruby's not watching no more.
well, it doesn't really matter. She's got a life too.
I know, I'm joking. But that's the only reason they gave me the trach and everything is so they can remove the the ventilator tube from my throat, because if it stays in there so long, it's not good. You set up an infection.
Yeah, but when I was in there, for like a week, I want to say. And they didn't put me under, but when I had the surgery done, they put me
to sleep.
They put me to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they call putting you under in a way.
Well, they didn't have me in a coma for 2 weeks, but
Well, see, in a medical I did like that day. I had thought I was just going in for the double pneumonia, but apparently that Monday.
LOL, I am here. Apparently, that's what Ruby says.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ruby, but it says I took the turn for the worse and everything, and I don't even remember them coming in and putting me down, but Sylvain tells me, she remembers me saying, hey baby, they came in here, they gotta take me somewhere, I'll call you back. I don't remember that.
Oh, really? What were you saying, that to your girlfriend?
Wait, I don't remember none of it.
Well, of course that you don't remember it.
I don't even remember eating lunch, but all I know is what pissed me off the most. When I finally woke up and I had to drink, no, and you're looking out the window, you're looking out the door, here they are eating and drinking in front of you.
I know when I had mine, they put me to sleep.
Yeah.
And be right back. I have to go eat dinner. All right. But anyway, when they put me to sleep and everything,
yeah,
the last thing I remember, before they put me under, so to speak, is count to 3 and you'll be dead. Basically, count to 3 and you'll be count to 3 and you'll be asleep. Okay, and so they said the procedure took about, I think they said about 6 hours. The one they did to me. And
what was it for?
You know my legs and everything, right?
Yeah.
Before the procedure, you didn't know me before all this.
I didn't meet you.
But if you had paid attention back then, if you knew me back then, if you paid attention to me, I did not walk on my feet. I walked on my ankles. So what that was for me to, they took and they fused my ankle bones together. So anyway, according to what I heard, the procedure took about 6 hours for them to do. It felt to me like 10 minutes. I don't know what I was doing when I was in Dreamland.
You see, when I woke up, I thought it was Wednesday. No, Tuesday actually. I didn't know.
The thing that I remember when I started waking up, I remember waking up or starting to wake up. I didn't wake up fully yet, but I had started waking up when they were wheeling me with a wheelchair to my room.
Yeah.
To where I was going to stay.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can remember me doing or me seeing when I started waking up, and then they got me in my, you know, because it was still kind of fuzzy, but I knew I was there. You know, I knew I was present. I knew that I existed. You know, I knew the stuff was starting to wear off.
I'll tell you this, I would never take walking and breathing on my own for granted again, though.
But anyway, you know, they eventually got me in my thing, and I fell back asleep.
Yeah. Were you even in Georgia at this time, or were you?
Yes, I was actually I was in South Carolina for this. I was in the shrine. You know where? You know the Shriners?
Yeah.
That's where I was
they sent
at.
you up there for it?
Yeah.
Was your grandma still alive at the time?
No, she was already gone. But my papa was there. You know. But yeah, I remember me slowly start waking up, and then I go back to sleep. And then, you know, and a couple hours later, I come back into consciousness, and my papa's sitting. I guess he's watching TV. I can't remember. I think he was watching TV, and you know, he hears me rumbling around. He said, "Oh, you're finally awake." I went, "Am I good?" He went, "Yeah, you're fine." And he said, "You were starting to wake up when they brought you in here, but then you fell back asleep."
Oh yeah. All I remember is like when I woke up, the ECMO specialist, the guy that put that thing that takes my blood out of my neck, blood out of my body, puts it in,
and then
cleans it. Yeah, go ahead.
You know, they had I think it was IV in my left arm, and I could not move my left arm. Let me tell you. And they brought me dinner in there, and I tried to eat. I said, "Papa, I can't do this." So you're gonna have to mouth feed me.
But his thing is like, damn.
Cause it had that needle in it, and whenever I moved my arm, pain. Basically.
IVs don't have needles no more.
Well,
they start off with a needle, right?
Yeah.
And once they pull it out, it goes from like a little.
Well, when I had it, they still had the needle.
Yeah, now they don't. I noticed that because they said, you're gonna feel a thing, but after that,
this was about. Well, I was asleep when they put the IV in me, but anyway, I went over there, because I was still in bed. I couldn't go over to my side or anything. So they bring the food over to me, and naturally I'm left-handed. So what's the first arm I use to pick up food? My left arm.
Yeah.
And I try to move it. I just feel this sharp pain in my arm, and I said, "Nope, I ain't doing that again."
They had a thing going for my arm. I still got the scar from it.
My papa was told me, he was like, "Yeah," and then he heard me, go, "Ow." He said IV, ain't it? I told him, I said, "Yeah, I can't move my arm."
Yeah, but now
he went, "All right."
IV...
I told him, I said, "I can't do this. You're gonna have to force feed me." He said, "All right." So anyway, and then I think it was about 2 or 3 days I was in there, and they brought me breakfast, and I was finally able. No, I think it might have been the last day I was in there, and they took the IV out, and I was finally able to set up. I was finally able to set up on the side of the bed.
Yeah.
And eat. And I'm like, oh my god.
They told me when they picked me, what was it again? They set me up while I was still unconscious, right, a little bit.
Yeah.
So to check if I didn't have any bed sores. So the nurse at that time, I threw up all on her.
Oh man.
And then the one night nurse said, "That's a good way to go. Throw up on your nurse."
I knew, Because I have a bad reputation with hospitals because they always wake you up. I know when.
Don't feel bad when they wake me up for blood.
Okay. Let me explain. When Nanny was still alive and she was in the hospital, we stayed with her. We stayed the night.
And
I remember this lady, going in to go, and I think this is what 12 o'clock, and she just goes, "Oh, did I wake you up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you did." and I wasn't even the person getting it. It was my nanny.
Okay, be right back.
To check her.
I'm gonna get my mom's plate real quick.
All right. Come on, fighting people.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay. So, back to what I was saying. I think, now, I can't remember because this was a couple years ago. This was about 2 or 3 years ago. Because I know for half of the 7th grade I wasn't even there. So, anyway, I think they only woke me up once. The whole time I was there. I know. Here's a funny story. Actually, it wasn't funny to me, but now it is. So, when I had my when I had already been in there for a week, and they were about to take my cast off and everything. They had put metal not metal rods, but metal thingamajigs in my fingers, or not my fingers, but my feet. And
yeah,
every single one of my toes, they had put a metal. I guess I wouldn't say a metal rod, but it was a metal clip in each one. keep my fingers or my toes from going, going crooked.
Yeah.
And my papa didn't tell me about this. So they went and took x-rays, and I didn't know nothing about it. So they had took my thing off, and papa didn't tell me about it. And they said, okay, let's go ahead and take them metal things out of your feet. And I went, metal what now? Excuse me?
But that wasn't fun.
And he went, yeah, you have metal rods in your feet. You have 5 in each foot. I went, excuse me? He said, oh, it won't hurt.
Let me guess, it hurt.
Oh, boy. I wanted to slap that doctor across the head.
You want to know what they told me when they took the Eskimo out of my neck?
What?
I did better than some grown men.
Oh, really?
Well, some men that are like 80 years old or something, even though I was grown at the time, but they said I did better, and I started laughing.
But anyway, some of them, like some of the rods, had been in there for so long that they started going deep. So not only did they have to pull them out or have to take them out, but they had to pull them or move them and pull them.
Ooh.
And my papa, obviously I'm crying bloody murder. And after it's all over, my papa looks at me and he goes, trust me, I would have cried too. Because he was looking at them do it, and he was like, I feel bad for you.
I'll tell you something, what was it? So they had this like IV, a longer IV that's meant to draw blood and everything from it to check my stuff in my blood. Well,
yeah.
They finally came where they could take it out. Once they took the ECMO out, they could take that out, and they could take the one IV that went through my artery on the side of my left neck.
Yeah.
So they took that one out. Yeah, I still got numb I still have a part, if I press where they had it, where that vein was, I could feel the numbness where some of my, I guess, nerves are growing back still.
Yeah.
But, so then they started having people come out. The blood people.
Yeah.
They won't come during the damn day. They'll come at night.
Yeah.
I tell you, they came in there, they said, Mr. Kid, and I finally started getting my routine of my sleep back from being asleep so darn long.
Yeah.
She pissed me off, Mr. Kid, we're here. We're gonna draw some blood one morning, and she waited. I was in a deep sleep. I just got back. I sat there and cussed her, get the fuck out of here now. It's like, yo, asshole, wait till I go to sleep. And I said, I'm sorry, Mr. Kid. I'm like, here, just take the blood and get out of here so I can go to sleep.
Well, when after they got done taking them out, I'm shaking. I'm literally going, ugh. And my papa looked at me and he went, considering what you had to go through, I would have cried too. Because he was literally looking at me and he was like, he told me after, he was like, I felt bad for you. Because some of them, they could just pull out. But some of them were stuck in there and they had to move them and pull them out.
I don't see why they didn't put you to sleep for that, though.
and I guess it's his assistant, because it was my main doctor's assistant. He said before, he was like, see, he said it ain't gonna hurt. Trust me, it ain't gonna hurt. And then he came in there and he's like, did it hurt? I looked at him straight in the face and I went, yes, it did. He went, how bad? And then he looked at me and he's like, "Oh God, you're shaking. It must have been pretty bad."
I looked at him and said, "Yeah, so you want to go through it now?"
I cannot tell you how much I wanted to curse him out right there. Right then and there.
If it helps, I was there long enough to cuss out the charge nurse.
and then not only did I have to do that, but literally right after that, I had to go to intense therapy. Literally right after.
Oh, damn. They did all my physical therapy stuff there, so I wouldn't have to go.
And then we stayed at... I wouldn't say it was a hotel, but we stayed at the Ronald McDonald place. So we stayed there. And we stayed there for a week. I had intense therapy for a week, two times a day. One time in the mornings and one time after lunch. And I hated it. I hated it. I still hate it. Just thinking about it.
I made history, though, at the hospital I was in. I was Northeast Georgia. I was the first one on ECMO to walk, with the ECMO still in my neck.
Really? Oh, I didn't tell you this, but they had I guess at Shriners they have some sort of, I guess, patient of the month.
Yeah.
Guess what? I was patient of the month that month when I was in there. Apparently, my doctor told me, he said I've been through enough, and I took it so strongly that he nominated me as it. I said, well, you know, thank you, but I don't really deserve it.
I wasn't patient of the month, but I was there for a month, though.
Oh, I was on the TVs for every day, every time I was there. People would come up to me. Guess who?
My girl's calling me. Nah, but I know that when they said that my dad just, I know when they took me to ICU and stuff, Caleb,
yeah.
my mom's like, my dad talked to her that, hours before, and then she around 10 o'clock, she was like, told my dad, they're sending him to ICU. What? and he's like, okay, I'll be there.
Yeah.
And then they called my cousin Judy and Carrie, them the ones that tell you that come down a lot.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're coming down too. We're gonna go get the kids and all that stuff and tell them what's going on. So they were there for a week, and from that Saturday, from that Monday to the next, thing, the entire week, pretty much. And that Monday, she was the one. My Aunt Judy was the one that had to make my dad go home and take a shower and everything. Because my dad, and like then one time they said, oh, the charge nurse said, we don't want you to be alarmed, but we had to flip them. Sometimes if they flip you, it's like where your lungs expand more.
Yeah.
They didn't want you to be alarmed and all that stuff. Then she told my dad, there's nothing we can do. Your only option is to take him off the ventilator. My dad came unglued. He sat there and he cussed that charge nurse out. I was asleep. I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
As soon as they told him what happened, I was like, you know what? That bitch deserves it.
Did he tell you what happened?
Yeah, they told me. My mom said this. Oh yeah, your dad had a little word.
your dad had a little word.
And it was not no nice little word. In my mind, when my mom told me what it is, I said, yeah, I could see that happen. I mean, I wouldn't blame him either.
I imagine my papa would have done it.
Cause my dad said I was 50-50. You know, I could have died.
Yeah. Well, I was, even papa was a little concerned. And usually he don't get concerned for my friends.
Yeah.
But he knows that you're a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And when I seen the post, you know, the one that said, well, this wasn't how I was planning to spend my, what was it, Monday night?
My weekend.
Your weekend, yeah.
I just know, cause you know that day, cause you called me the day before, and I told you I didn't feel good at all.
Yeah. Well, I would have went and come seen you if they'd let me.
They would have. You're over 12.
Well, my papa was like, well, they may not let you in there because you're not part of his family.
My cousin Mason, who was 6 years old, now he's 7. He wanted to go back there so bad to see me, dude. He sat there through a fit.
Really?
He called the lady at the desk a bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. What did his family say?
No, he's 6-7 years old, so you know he didn't know no better. But you know, he got in trouble for saying the bad word, cuss word. But you know, other than that, you know, being him, I'm one of those ones that'll sit there when he's over here. I tell him, bring your cars and everything. I'll sit down here and play with you. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like when we went up there that first time, finally when I got to the hospital, I said I wanted to see him again. And when they finally, you know, all that stuff, I couldn't get down there and play with him in the floor, but I sat in the chair and I sat there and played with him.
Yeah. Well, I know. Oh, I am back. Okay. I know when Papa had that stroke or whatever a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I was terrified because, you know, if anything happens to him, guess where I go, you know?
Foster care?
Yeah. And,
or with your uncle.
Huh?
Or with one of your uncles.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm sitting there. Okay, here's how this all went down. So I'm sitting here playing my games as I usually am, and my papa comes in my room. And he's like, we gotta go, because I think I'm having a stroke. Because, you know, his mouth was drooped and everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm sitting there, you know, having a fit because, you know, I'm worried sick, you know.
Yeah.
So he eventually gets to the hospital. He drove himself to the hospital.
Damn.
His family still calls him an idiot for doing that.
That's what my cousin Carrie did. Well, no, he had a stroke and didn't realize he was having it.
Yeah.
Then he had a heart attack and he didn't realize he was having a heart attack.
Well, anyway, he went to, you know, we eventually got to the, because I had to pay attention because, you know, he was starting to lose it. And so anyway, to the point where we got to the hospital and he could barely talk to anybody.
Yeah.
So I rushed in there, and, you know, we both went in there, and at this point I had to talk to the people that was, you know, I had to talk to the lady at the front desk. And so they get him in a thing, and they get him, you know, they get him set up, and he's sitting there with his arms crossed. And at this point, you know, the family starts coming in, you know, my uncle starts coming in, and I'm there sobbing, and Papa's over there with his arm crossed. And my uncle Eddie, he walks up to me and he goes, "He'll be fine. his arms is crossed. That's an Owen staple. He'll be fine. That's what he literally said. And so I'm still crying because I'm still worried.
Yeah.
So they eventually get him down there, and we we're sitting in the thing, and we're waiting to see a response, and my uncle's I guess ex,
yeah,
she's a nurse, or she either is a nurse or was a nurse at one point. And she was trying to be like, oh, he'll be fine, you guys got here fast enough and everything. So then we're sitting there, and then I guess the doctor came to the thing and told us what was going on. And she goes,
yeah.
well, yeah, he did have a stroke, but it was a minor one. So you got him here fast enough, so that's good. He'll be fine. So that kind of cleared my worry a little bit. I was still kind of worried, because of the...
Yeah, because he's your papa, too.
Yeah. And, the whole family is there and everything. And, my aunt, my uncle's wife, she works at that hospital. And she knew I wanted to see him. So she pulled some strings, and they let me in there to go see him. And he was talking normally. He was conscious. He knew who we were and everything. So, he said, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'll get Eddie or Robert or one of them to take you home. Just don't worry about me. So, after I seen him in that kind of condition, I was like, okay, he'll be fine. Because, he was alive, his mouth wasn't drooped.
Yeah.
He was basically himself. After they got whatever they call that weird medicine stuff in him.
I used to know the name, but it's weird.
In him, they had to keep him overnight just to make sure that nothing bad happened.
Yeah.
But, and then, we got some food, and then, Robert took me home, and we swung by McDonald's, and he got us milkshakes. And then it was actually on Thanksgiving Day he came home. Literally, as I was watching the Thanksgiving Day parade on TV, he came home.
I bet that was a surprise.
I can tell you I had something to be thankful for on that Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. He ain't had no bad anything happen to him, so, since then, but,
Yeah.
But, and here's the funny thing. So, my papa's ex-wife came over there and, she took care of me for the couple of days that he was gone, right?
Yeah.
And so I wake up, and I go into the kitchen. I said, what's for breakfast? She goes, cereal. I said, okay then.
Just like your papa. Okay. Let me guess, she's not as nice as
I mean, she is. She's nice, but she's not a cooker. She doesn't cook. And she's a smoker too.
Oh,
she smokes all the time too. and literally was when I was in the hospital bed for a couple of weeks because they took me home and I was in the hospital bed for like I think it was 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, because I think he had to go shopping one day, and you know, Papa had assigned her to go over to the house and watch over me, make sure nothing, you know, made sure I had everything I needed and everything.
Yeah.
And she's literally sitting behind me smoking a cigarette as I'm watching Looney Tunes.
I would have told her to get your ass outside.
I did. I told her, I said, Ann, please, I told her, I said, you know that stuff's gonna kill you, right? And she goes, yeah, I know. I said, can you please go outside? I don't want fumes. And she did. She went outside and she smoked. But
Probably didn't do it out of grace for her heart, though.
no, she did. She did it probably because she knew that I would have told Papa about it.
He would have got pissed, wouldn't he?
Well, no, he wouldn't have, but you know, he would have said something. I'm sure. Either that, or she knew that I would have said something to her and made her go outside. But oh God, what is this lag? But anyway, you know. Oh, don't be giving me that face, Ruby. That kind of scares me.
What face?
You know, the half smile. I don't like that look that you're giving me.
That's a smirk.
That ain't it. That okay? Good. But anyway, you know, when Papa had his stroke and everything, I went into the kitchen. I said, "What we having for breakfast?" She goes, "Cereal." I said, "All right." And I wasn't gonna object because you know.
Yeah.
And I know I think the second day I was there, I said, "What's for breakfast?" She went, "Cereal." I said, "No, I'm having something else. I'm cooking something." And she went, "What are you gonna make?" I said, "Probably eggs." You want some?
Hey, eggs are good.
Because I know how to make eggs.
I can scramble eggs, okay? I'm just not good at.
I know how to make scrambled eggs in the microwave.
I've never been good at eggs in a microwave.
I told her, I said, I'm having something else other than cereal. I'm sorry.
No, I'll eat cereal in the morning if I don't like
I don't care what you say, and I'm having something else. I said, I'm having cereal and maybe some milk. Or not cereal, maybe some eggs and milk. And maybe some sausage. I think I had eggs and sausage. I think she did too. I told her, I asked her, I said, "You want some?" Because, you know, I was cooking it. She went,
"Yeah.
Can you do it by yourself?" I said, "Yeah. I know how to cook." So she's sitting there watching TV while I'm cooking eggs and sausage.
She wanted to like me. I said, "Look at here, a-hole. I know how to cook. I ain't completely helpless." Well, that's what my dad would say.
And then I asked her, I said, "You want some?" She goes, "Yes." She went, "Can you boil me an egg?" I said, "Look, you can either have it scrambled or you ain't having eggs, because I can't make it."
I could do fried eggs, but I'm not the greatest at fried eggs. I can scramble them though, okay?
said, look, you either having scrambled eggs or you ain't having no eggs. Choose.
I've been like this. You either having that or you going to bed hungry. I don't know what you're talking about.
At least she didn't complain to me when I give her my food. Because when I cooked it, she went over there and made her plate, and she went, "This is actually pretty good." I said, "Well, gee."
Papa, you know what I would have said? Papa didn't raise no bitch.
This is actually pretty good.
That's what I would have told her. Papa didn't raise no bitch. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I know how to cook some stuff. I mean, I'm not a master chef. I'm not no Gordon Ramsay, but I know how to cook some eggs and sausage.
You want to know someone who cooks? Glass, go talk to Jacob. He can cook. And I'm not saying that just because he's my brother. He can cook.
I told Ann one time. I didn't make it, but I told her one time. I said, "Have you ever tried waffles with bacon in the batter?" She went,
I haven't.
"What?" Or bacon dips in the batter. I said, "Yes, it's good. I like it." She went, "How do you make that?" I said, "You literally put bacon bits in the batter and you cook it." Ruby, why are you going meow 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 meow?
Someone's a cat.
You want me to go mark mark? You want me to go bark 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 bark?
You mean woof 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 woof?
Woof 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 woof. What? Oh God, what is this lag? I can't play with this lag. Oh God. Ugh, the frames. Ugh, this dude's internet. Ugh. Okay, there you go.
I actually just killed a dog.
But I literally looked at her and I said, "What?" She went, "That sounds disgusting." I said, "To each your own."
Man, now there's a Eek trying to attack me.
The only thing Ann did say when I cooked her the sausage, she went, "Why didn't you cook?" Because I have the flat sausage. What do you call it? I think it's wiener sausage.
Wieners. I'm sorry, I had to say that.
I had the flat sausage. She went, "Well, why didn't you cook the other sausage?" I said, "Look, it's what we had. Deal with it." And plus, it's the one I know how to cook, so deal with it.
Y'all guys ain't being fair, motherfuckers. I'm going up here.
So, yeah, she didn't complain when I cooked it, but... So at least that's a good thing. At least I know how to. At least I know how to please somebody. Now I don't know about Ruby, but
Ruby, you better love your man's cooking, or he's gonna feed you to the wolves. I'm joking.
no, I might feed you to my dog.
Go. Dude, this guy eats what his mama gives him on this game. This guy's so fat he can't even climb.
Okay, that was kind of funny. Hey, you're like, this guy is so fat I can't even. Yeah, but you better enjoy my cooking. Because if you don't.
I'll destroy you. I'll destroy you. I'll put you out of your misery.
Oh man, this guy killed me. That's bullshit.
Sometimes I worry.
But what?
What people
Worry
think.
about what?
TikTok.
TikTok, TikTok.
Who mentioned me in a comment?
On what?
Who mentioned me in a comment?
Someone playing copyright music.
It was only like a second. I don't even know what song it was.
Rico Harding.
'79 in Gainesville tomorrow.
Here comes a mighty warrior.
Apparently.
What degrees?
Yeah, gonna be hot.
Brace yourself for the coming battle.
Gonna be hot, 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 hot. Also, I am not fighting this dude again. Why am I fighting this dude again? Why? Is that supposed to be a dog emoji? Or is that supposed to be a wolf emoji? Because I can't tell. I know I'm probably retarded for probably not telling what that is, but you know. You would be surprised how many people have called me retarded over things. Not saying you would call me retarded. Wait, what is this?
Enjoy this. What the hell was that? Good enough.
Man, I try to do Ultra Instincts like flips.
Playtime. This is the end. What? Oh no, no.
I am being hit. Jeez, man. No, 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 no. Oh. Okay, good.
I feel like part of me is having an out.
Dude, the lady's beating this guy with a stick, with a broom.
Beating a guy with a stick. Why a stick?
I don't know. Well, it's like a broom, so the brooms back then were made out of stick.
Oh. I think this dude is mad because I just beat him. Yeah. He went AFK. Ooh, something on the Twitter sphere. So, I think this is going to be the end of the stream, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Ended on a high note. Sorry we got so, I guess, depressing. I am go on TikTok, okay, and make more videos and do Sonic character's voice. Okay, good luck.
Who is that, your girlfriend? Is that
Yeah.
it?
Yep. She does like Rouge the Bat and I do Shadow.
I never heard you try to do Shadow's voice.
I've always done Shadows.
Heard you do it.
I just did it. That's actually what Shadow sounds like, believe it or not. It's just a deeper version of my voice. No, but so yeah, this is gonna be the end of the live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be on Discord, so yeah. If not,
Be talking to us, Bobo.
if not, gonna be mad. Let me tell you. So yeah.
I don't want to join your little things. I don't want to intrude on y'all's thing.
Bye, guys.